Hi guys, this is Breaker, and I'm back with a replay that I took from the front page of Drop.sc. This time it is actually a legit taking from the front page of Drop.sc, not say what you could find in Casted or anything like that. And I thought I'd go ahead and cast this replay because it's time to give my thoughts on the Battle.net World Championships this year around, or at least the WCS as a whole. We've all seen that there's basically been some travesties. Didn't quite work out, things of that nature, and I think we should basically, take next year's system into a kind of restricted system. Maybe open up a fourth region. That would definitely be worthwhile, but of course, I don't mean to bash when I say this. I don't mean to say, oh, well, we don't need, say, a WCS Thailand, we don't need a WCS India, we don't need a WCS China, we don't need a WCS Taiwan, we don't need any of that. Instead, what I think we need to do is, we need to find a fourth region that comprises all of these basically underrepresented Starcraft 2 regions, if you will, and, you know, basically put them back in the game. And by the way, I want to put an introduction between both of our players into the game before it's actually too late. But in the upper left-hand corner, we have STLife. And in the lower right-hand corner, we have TireX. But what I thought was ultimately interesting about all of this was... Hold on, let's go back here and check this just a minute. Hold on. I don't know when this ends. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the Shift-O button. Hold on. There's something I'm gonna go ahead and check because, right now... Let's go ahead and see where this is going. I know there's a ton of, what's the word? Okay, this is a completely unrallied Overlord, and just after that pylon goes down, it seems that this Overlord has been rallied over here. Now, the STLife that I just, you know, when I checked up on his rank, if you will, on, Drop.sc, it actually showed that he was Grandmaster's rank 136. This game was played by someone using a Russian client, if you will. The uploader played with a Russian client, so that means I think TireX may have been maybe a Russian friend. Of course, he is Rushing, assuming that STLife is not actually Russian, but here we go. Forge going down, second pylon going down over here, pool going down immediately, no natural hatch whatsoever. STLife is, assuming this is actually the STLife. No, I don't think it is, because I remember casting STLife yesterday, and STLife actually had the clan tag StarTale in brackets, and then had life outside of those brackets. So I think this is not the legitimate StarTale, assuming this was played on the Korean server, of course. But as long as we're on that topic, we got a little bit of fill-in time, just like 5-10 seconds. But long story short, I think we need to open up a fourth region for next year's WCS system. And I think you all will agree with me when I say that. But we got Spinecrawler going down here now for Defense for Life. And he's going to have to micro those drones magnificently. That actually is some pretty interesting micro, to say the very least. That I think is actually absolutely... That's entirely uncommon, but... saving the drones one at a time. It's actually working. Just a little bit. But we already have 4 Lings out on the map for STLife. Completely ignoring that cannon that went down. It looks like, oh no, they might have been misclicked. Maybe, just maybe. But fun fact of the day, if you have 1 queen and 1 ling, then you've got all the recipe for success that it takes to deal with, if you will, 1 zealot. But now it looks like these lings are going to go ahead and shut down that probe and head straight for the main of TireX. TireX could be in a bit of trouble. It's a little difficult to say, just like, you know, who's ahead in this game? Who's to blame for this game? Things like that. But STLife, assuming this is the real one, who, I don't know where to place it. It's got some excellent multitasking. Both of these players are at least GM or Masters League. But, again, I have to go and restate the obvious. TireX, I believe, was not in GM, but STLife was in GM. Rank 136. I don't know. It could be anything. This STLife could actually be a map hacker, who knows? But alas, those probes have had to deal with the Lings over here. They haven't gotten another kill since the beginning of the game because of immaculate micro from TireX. Alright, so here we go. You know what, once this replay is finished, I'm going to go ahead and click on more information from drop.sc and see what I can get out of it. But right now we got double queens going down here. If he could actually just take down that, you know, that pylon over there, that would do him so much good. But, okay. STLife obviously knows that his spine crawler there cannot actually... It can hit the cannon now, no problem, but... Wow. Oh my god. He's gonna take that down. And as long as the Lings are here, he's gonna be able to get infinite shots off on these Zealots. Those two Queens actually acting like they're Marines almost at this stage in the game, but not quite equal to that. What we will take notice of instead is that TireX is extremely behind in the way of tech, and I think, you know, this STLife, this player could actually be 100% legit. I mean, maybe it could just be coincidence that he put, you know, everything where it needed to go, but at the same time, there's some parts of this that make me think, okay, this player must be map hacking. There's just some parts of this game that make me think that, but STLife reacting appropriately and throwing that natural hatch down ASAP. TireX still gets a huge lead with that, though. Metabolic boost about 50 seconds away from finishing, just as the Lings are out on the map, but if TireX can get a full wall off, he'll be okay. If not, that's when he's in some real trouble. The Queen's gonna go back to work on the pylon back at home. The gateway, not quite done, and there's not a full wall off here. I don't know, what vision does TireX have here? That's actually quite limited right now, with what we see here. STLife just parking his Lings out here. This could be the only mistake he's making, not trying to poke in with those Lings. Cybernetic score just now going down for TireX, and to make up for his earlier deficit, we see STLife going for a second hatchery ASAP. Checking up on when this got started, that's 20 seconds ago. Okay, 7:57. Alright, now what we do have here for Life is a bunch of drones that are oversaturated on the main. He's got perfect accounting skills. He's not going to try and overcommit to one thing or the other. But his Overlord getting just past the lines of his opponent. Gonna see there's a pylon here. He's probably thinking, you know what, with the position that we see this pylon in right here, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Robo Bay or a Stargate, but we have some particularly, I wouldn't say early gas. This is actually rather standardly timed gas, if you will. Far from early. I don't know, but the question is, like, if this is the real STLife, then where is STLife right now? I don't know which WCS he had opted to enter. I know that LGIM MVP actually entered the WCS EU and got it. Well, I mean, he made it to Premier League, what was it, last season around, if you will. And these are two useless structures that are giving TireX just a teeny bit of vision on this side of the map, but that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Behind this, nothing more than drones, nothing less than drones coming out of STLife. Tech-wise, who's behind? I want to say right now it looks definitively like it's Life, because he should ideally at this point be getting his double... he should have had his double evos maybe 3 minutes ago. And I think TireX is actually gearing up to move out and start some trouble, because whoa, double robo. Am I reading this right? Am I reading this right? 5 gateways, 6 gateways, and double robo. I haven't seen anything like this in a while, but STLife is actually carrying a huge food supply right now. Excuse me, a huge food lead right now. I'm sorry, I must be hungry. That's why I'm talking about food supplies. And behind this, he's going for +1 melee on top of +1 carapace, indicating that he's going to be trying to end the game. He's going to try and end the game with ultras, assuming he can make it to that late game phase. And he's still making drones. He just threw down his Roach Warren. This is a purely transitional Roach Warren in case you should have to use it versus large quantities of zealots. There we go. Yeah. But there is one Robo in the main cranking out an Immortal. Meanwhile, this one over here is cranking out a Warp Prism, and we have a Robo Bay going down immediately. So perhaps this is some kind of a well-articulated or well-thought-out build that TireX has. Not really meant to kill his opponent, but rather contain him just a little bit. Maybe it was half-assed. Who knows? I mean, I think TireX could have done a ton of damage if STLife had simply not scouted these proxies. But behind this, you know, Life, he's opting for map control. Not really so much offensive pressure with these Lings. He's trying to keep his opponent from moving out, taking another expo, that kind of thing. But Where on earth is that Warp Prism? Right here. Okay. We got an Observer, we got one Immortal, we got another one on the way. Warp Gate Tech is done and ready to go. But, it's really, superficially speaking, got nowhere else to warp in. Or got nowhere to warp in at all. But, this positioning from... What is this? Jeez, STLife. He's just now spotting all of this red force moving out. Conversely from TireX, he's just now spotting these lings. It looks like they're gonna try and snipe a Colossus, maybe? No. No. Okay. Overseer comes back and sees this, sort of... He actually saw an Immortal. And he's gonna try and get a snipe on it, I think. No, actually, he's gonna try and run straight in with those lings with a counterattack. Beautiful move by STLife. This is probably going to force his opponent to come back home, but we do have, of course, a couple of Zealots warping in. If he pulls probes to attack those lings right here, right now, he might be okay, but even that's I think that's doubtful, as we do see a huge probe massacre going down in the main. Meanwhile, we actually see TireX moving out on creep. He's got a... Oh, man, he's behind by 40 supply over his opponent. 50 supply now. And, oh, man, the roaches go in and just one volley of acid boogers gets rid of that Colossus, and 2 volleys gets rid of those Immortals. The Sentry's fully surrounded here. Time Warp's going down, but altogether just useless. And there it is. TireX just left the game. He was defeated. He didn't even, you know, I'm sorry about that. He didn't even throw out a GG. Alright guys, so this has been another cast from Breaker. If you guys liked what you saw here today, just go ahead and click on the subscribe button. I will speak to you guys next time. How about that?